Well, good morning, folks. How are you? If you would be so kind as to let me know that the audio is okay. Otherwise, I won't know. Just a simple 5x5 would be great. Thank you, Chan. Thank you, Tim. Caleb, thank you. Alrighty, thank you so much for that. I'm not sure what's going on. I tried to get this space started, and it wasn't. When you try to press the button on it, or the little thing to start a space, if you've ever done it, it's equivalent to pressing the post button, trying to create a post on X, and it wouldn't open up. So, sure. Yeah. There we go. Talk a little bit about some things you don't know. And just want you to imagine if you met someone. G master. It's not surprising, right? It's very interesting that we can sit there and it's interesting how important it's the same thing. Audience will have a mixed perception. Mixed perception. Not come away with entirely alien in that respect. Or illustrators that will teach parallelism because it's meant for some people to get it. But it allows this conflict, whatever it might be, also that photograph. They garner no real attention because it's wrapped. So, yeah. Staying together. Okay, where am I going with this? Oh, point to pulling out your I don't believe it. I don't ever edit it. The questions are coming in the comment section. They're coming in five. Oh, yes. Say it about truth. I understand a lot of it. Keep it going. I want you to like this. Are you? But they're all part of the same purpose. Some are here just to entertain, not intelligent. Some of you are here just to capture the audio so that we can put on the YouTube channel. Others, let's talk about that. We're going to talk about concerns. There has to be some kind of secret, just some kind of mechanism, some kind of advanced mode. I'm getting information before you are. How could I possibly how I experience finding your as the entire on social media? All of you are part of the community that leads. It leads in the most talked about, the most hot button community, the hottest concepts in trading right now. Only because it's been brought to the spotlight. The one that's most criticized, the one that's most talked down about, but they can't wrestle with our top tier. They're the top earners. They're also the ones that have no problem showing you how they do it. Class, yeah, truth. Their roots. They're all from the record. Same concepts. Listen to the same God. When you learn that our word
day-to-day lives, traveling and things that seem like free choices every day. Feel like you have choice about what you're going to do. Let's say, so, uh, certain things, certain things might jerk you out of your comfort zone. And what you may never normally do, how you normally respond to something, some crisis, some stressful event, or a good thing, a windfall, wonderful, unexpected pleasant things. And you'd like to think that you would not be emotional, or you would keep it together, but something like that happens, and all of a sudden, boom, you're experiencing something that is outside your care. Every single day, if you look for it, you'll see that everything is 100% rigged. It's a simulation. And if you do understand that, question, reality, question, perception of your it's an illusion of choice. On second thought, it's a way of finding people. It's kind of like a crash course, mini instant mind control. So you watch TV, so I don't watch television, and you don't allow yourself to go into that TV show that's filtered. Why don't we just simply watch this movie as it is? Why do we have that conversation? Because it's better. You know what it's like. You know what it's like if you guys are watching these games and that commentator is shut up, it wasn't that good of a player. What are you talking about? Who should have been able to do that? The referee did this and that. It's meant to get sharper. It's meant to be connected to the outcome of the results. So here, understand. When you see commercials, it's a young man doing something with a product. Sometimes they can have a product, they look like a product. Look at that! Wow, look at that! And the whole commercial is selling a product that handles feminine itch. Hello. Look at that. You're snickering, not snickering. You're not going to sell that product. Hey, this one just measures the scratch. That's a low state. That's not going to happen. They're not going to sell the product. But have her skipping down the beach, chasing after a volleyball, and that's great. Their indications are all she's being played with. Junkish. You'll see some commercial guy, miserable, but when he hates life, give me a hacksaw, I'm sick of these things, I'm cut off. We're going to give the perception of this is scripture. But the visual aid is everything's pleasant, everything's attractive, everything is That's not horrible. A lot of people aren't old enough to remember how horrible he was. He was like John Wayne, Tom Selleck of horseback riding cigarette smokers. You know, one time that I went to the store, like that had a hardcore box up. Rolled up in my sleep. His eyes would be like the outsiders. I remember he like, it is an impression. Yes, I thought all of them, because every state, they all get that kind of stuff. That's primary. A good storyteller, a good producer, movie writer, screenplay, author. They're wonderful storytellers. They can build character quickly, not wasting time. And you build a physical character. It opens you up and allows your heart to drop. Then, if there's various reasons for them to drop in heart, or slip that in, stuff like that. I don't know why this commercial, the jingle sounds awesome. It's in my head. I can't stop singing. How's that work? So you had a choice. Sure. Can't do that. Because they know in the first 5 seconds or less, that they're clicking attention. Like always somebody people, someone attractive, will show something that is called exotic vacations. Hey, the picture has been needed. That's why social media. That's why it's there. Because they're doing it on platforms that they themselves can profit from, not have to pay all the ad revenue to these station service channels. It's more direct path to profit and marketing. That's the same thing you're experiencing. I don't care what you trade. I don't care if you're trading futures, commodities, stocks, options, crypto, forex, you name it. This is being applied to it. Just anything else. So let's just say for you, I want to run this box above particular price level. Why would I have a best interest? Because I want to offboard those short sellers or bring those individuals in that break out. I want those individuals to execute. I need them to do that. Because I have an order book that I can push through that. Now, when I say order book, that's not tell yourself that I have the choice to not use this and be ill-equipped and blind like everybody else, or I can use this and I am able to see. In reality, those outcomes of using or not using that stuff is going to deliver the same thing from my perspective. You're asking about. You're looking at stuff that has nothing to do with my person. All of us are about presidents. Why I suspect these things which challenge the creative. I give up. No, what you're going to have to do those things is you're going to provide the counterpart of the tricks. You are giving overflow. You're giving it. If you were interested, slope the political mountainsides, safe the accurate, spiritually. That fall, never that fall. When you see that, I would that anyway. For the folks that would want to try to learn it, obviously we have to look for the people that are well known and reputable. And it's funny because when you look in trading, the industry is shown to you as sexy young people, smiling, wearing clothes that are really white on. Cars that aren't really owned. And they flash you this indicator system. Look at this. Tired of trading ICT concepts? Too complicated? Buy this indicator. You like concepts? Look at this indicator. Look at this ENA. Trust somebody that has not proven you anything. Tap in. They tap into your consciousness, your attention. I want to see things like that. See it. You don't think about it. When you see these things that get being marketed, it's always done with truth. It all sounds easy until you try it something. It tastes good when you die, right? It's amazing. It tastes like shit. It tastes like the cardboard box it was sent in. This is what I'm going to see. You're not inspired when you see other people having it. You don't really like it. It's already set in your mind. It's what you're seeking. Those are things that you feel motivated to pursue. So you think, and you lie to yourself, that if I can watch programs, if I can watch personalities online, if I can subscribe to someone's service that is showing this on a constant basis, showing this constantly, I am going to be inspired. And that is bullshit. That's bullshit. You're lying and you're stupid. Next time you see someone for some distance, a location, materialistic content, an amount of money, a result in trading, a new home, and you think, I'm saying it for this, but as soon as you feel like, yes, that's what I want, that's what I want, stop right there. What are you going to do to take that back? Show me out. See my neck until Monday. You're going to see something. It's going to be like all inspiring. And for a split second, your body is telling you you're being rewarded because this is a sign from the universe that it's yours. This is all it's pointing to. The stars are lining up. Numerology, perfect. Horoscope, perfect. There's a poem read last Thursday, perfectly in script with what she was saying to you, right? Stop. Hold those things. Don't appreciate the fact that they have it and you don't have it yet. But you lie and you say, this is fire. Those are things you work on. And all it does is become you, but you don't shit. You know where you are. Here's how long you're ever going to get there at all. Try. Respect in those split seconds, you look at these things, just like in the commercials, that's how they sell you. The people that buy into the bullshit, the people that buy into that stuff, they're perfect patrons. This is a perfect customer. They react to stimulus. They react to, they chase the trends. We're talking about right now, that's just going to go out. That fizzles down and something else comes up, they're going to drop whatever they're doing there, boom, and chase the next thing. That's what PC Barnum meant. He said this is something wrong with it. All around you, and they times you do, or that's something. This means bars. All of those things are illusions of choice. You know, you think, what is social media? I mean, I'm in our community where people are posed that they did this today versus whatever did or didn't happen in others. They're all really just looking for a place. They just want to be in the culture. I'm convinced that people that talk shit about me or you all just stop saying, you know what? You should belong to stop talking about it. Ask them if they what you do. I can treat it. And if they did it right, they show profitability. With children, you start saying, wow, that is an excellent trade. They're not expecting that from me. They don't expect it from me, like the ones that haven't moved. I trust their whole argument. Because they want to impress them. Like thumb wrestling in school, you have your buddy team that wants people out there thumb wrestling and try to wrestle the point that finish. So, right? That reward, that Yeah, you can. Everybody wants to have that little bit of recognition. Yeah, I stood up to that guy. I showed them that I can trade properly outside of ICT concepts. What's that person's broadcasting? Are they broadcasting that they're subpar? You know? Are they saying that there's something better? No. But that's what they want to think when they see when you see them posting. They know that they're not something better. They know that they're not happening if there's something bad. That's why they're not constantly feeding constantly every single day. This is what happens. This is what we use. And who's here? You don't see that anybody else. Come here after the fact of one bit longer and say, look at this, how come you guys? And then wait. And wait, and wait, and wait. If they ever move on. Look at that movie and do it. So I understand what you're over. I understand that human psychology seeks. It seeks attention, affirmation, comfort, acceptance. And I use that as a weapon, as a tool, as an instrument. Drive everybody to here. Whether they're on why? Because I faith. I'm a master at this. I know how to create your slang in real life and in your charts. Because I know how your brain works. I know how your emotions are for you. He's going to say, fuck you, great. Don't listen to anybody else, add more right now. All the big guys tell you, I always add to my winning trades. Yeah. I'm hoping you do. I'm hoping you do. You're never going to accept it. You're never going to see it as for what it is because you're going to get laughed at. You're going to probably be fooled. Are you prepared to either ignore the desires shared your observations? Or you're going to say, I don't care what you think. This is what I subscribe to. And it doesn't change the outcome of what you do. You have a choice. You have a choice meaning you have a choice in handling this information properly. Sure. Or around sharp stick. Everybody can say ICT. Ha! Look at that. ICT. You can get in the group. Why? You say, I'm going to defend you when I can do it because I'm going to go around and say, things like that. I don't take care of it. Okay? So, why do you give me comments and tell me these things all the time? I don't need to say. I don't need to have any of it. And you're trying to get to a point to defend me. What you're trying to do is turn yourself into the main character and have a hero arc on social media so that way you can get attention. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that that's something bad, but that's some kind of inspiration for you. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, it's good to do it. That's real motivation. You be honest and say, I want to be in a position where I could pour and knock these guys like left or right every single day. That's you. They won't recognize the big trash. They say it's fine. That's why you're never encouraged to have that perception while training, while learning. I don't teach you by showing you influence. I don't teach you by showing you things I have, had, or will have, or own. Nothing. I don't believe this. I am a person. That doesn't mean people have encroached in my private space in my personal life. And then sure, choose one people, here's something. But I've never said, this is this, that. I need to. Because I stand on the way I'm talking to you. If I need it, and if anybody else needs to sell it, if it's first, if they start talking to you, the product itself, you're applying that I talk to you. So what? You're putting it in a state of mind that you feel like you have a choice. You have children. Some of them just really unruly. They want that fucking furnish. They want that shit to the animal in the ball. But hey, you grew up with it too. They want to eat that. And you just watch somebody on TV, Dr. Phil, who I can't fucking stand it. He's no more than fucking Dr. Phil fucking cancer. Because the answer is only. But he's getting paid through bullshit. You're gonna push. Well, I don't want to eat cereal today. So what are you going to do? As a parent, how are you going to parent in that situation? Smart parent is the choice with both outcomes, but easy because my mom like Captain Crunch. Dad, I don't want this oatmeal. Okay. You're not getting Captain Crunch. You're not getting fucking frosted sugary flakes with GMO corn. You're not getting it. So you have a choice. You can have scrambled eggs and 2 slices of turkey bacon, first 6 piece orange juice, or you have a bowl of fruit. Which is it? What I want, you're not getting Captain Crunch. What is it? You're going to pick one of those two. Why? Because the stuff they're not having what they really want. What they really want, they're saying, no, I can't reach that, so what am I left with? I got to make a decision because I'm in that decision-making mode. That's what marketing does. That's what mind control is. You have a choice. You ever seen somebody say, yeah, I'm going to wait until so-and-so does this in the marketplace. I'm going to wait for this report to come out. And they're in the trade. Yes. Yes. That's your market structure. Everybody sees that. Everybody knows the time and the measure of reports sensitivity. Time impact, accidental impact. Everybody has that information. Everybody has a timepiece, whether it be a wristwatch, their phone that keeps time, or the wall. Sadly, we don't see much of them. You think you have a choice. You have a choice. I can wait and follow my plan and wait for that report to come out. Who knows what the market's going to do that right? And then I'm going to follow my mom. Then I'm going to do something. But something's happened then where the market's going to do this. Something happens. What is it? What is it? Somebody sometimes struggle with they're already you abandon your thing. If you have to, you abandon it. With all of this forced into decision making Not really. That's what this game is. Story. Our story. Some of you, it's a comeback story. It's a coming of age story from the foreign administration. Bunch of governments trying to make it even more than simple. Well, every single day with this staff of mind and then it's to the topic of your significant other to treat. Stop 5-year walk and treating with that instrument as a low spirit. He knows. She knows. Sometimes she just gives me a little cold shoulder. I gotta accept that. I'll see past that. When I come trade it tomorrow, she'll be more pleasant. Some of you, to that degree, others, when you really think about what you're doing, you're romancing the market. What should you do? You're in there before everybody else. Before the report comes out, you're in there before them. You're exploring money. Your peers on social media are short. They didn't even trust them. The X popped up on their screen, people they follow said that you're sure. Well, I have been trying to pass a comment on it. I really have been trying to get something I could share. Stop. Don't be stop losses. I don't know where to stop losses. And I got to be worried about managing this. Just chase it and it works out. You know, I'll just call it, skill. Charts when you have no business looking at it. One person people into enough people making slack to make a big to do about what they're doing. Chain reaction. Just random places. Define pressure. Always so what happens when you stop? But we'll ask you, how to contribute to services. So they find something to do. Something stuff. Every single day to do what is right in your eyes. So so well on paper. You have a model that's done so well that so good today. You might as well just go and trade larger because this is going to be the day. So we can do that. All you have to do is see in there, should add, as it goes to add. Whatever that's what it is, that's what you should look for. Oh, wait. Join the crowd. Just a little bit more inside the same one that just come off the bubbles that bring down. Then I'll just go in our line. I won't buy what I was going to buy originally, but I'll scale with it. And if I left 2 rows, down the feet, slap it. All right. Sell stocks. Yes. So, this feeling you had, you just jump. That fear missing. I just thought you would be and keep it. It's already done what it was going to do. To be fear missing. Your solution is to give me a don't get straight. Challenge on you to be that consistent in being. Research strategy recognize garbage. You're so consistent, continuously doing the same thing over and over again. Chasing price that I'm laying down. Like earlier, shots on the Facebook, you're chasing it. But you have that strength in yourself. Now you're going to make that. I know that you have that discomfort and you don't want to compensate for. Real price. 25 to 40 meals in one. You will not. You will feel like you're missing every bit of it. You know, the blues, seats, the gaps, and all that over next year. You're buying them. You're buying a cheap. Just like I want you to. And I'm scaling out and selling portions of money to you. Keep on going higher. It's a strong move, baby. And you finally got in there and conquered your fears. Don't ask if I follow my model, but I'm in there. Yeah,
So I'm going to take price and offer it above the nearby. Huh.
I know. I stopped sitting there. It's right. Tag those $5. A lot of you have no idea this is going on. The realized distribution of buying and selling interest. Little footprints, little telltale signs that knows their work. If I get in there, do it done. We do a wonderful packaging. Have it without Johnny Rich sheets, soft velvet, plush costumes that child's so comfortable sitting up there whispering their desires. Your simple every day you draw on your charts. You tell me what you want for Christmas. Every day is Christmas to you because you have the thoughts and intellect of a child. It's wonderful. Going you wrong. Tell me, scribble on your charts. Point to where your check mark is going to take you to. What you learn from all those Christmas storyboards. Strung across the room of your home. Moving averages strung across your charts. It's festive for the isn't it? Damn it, it looks how job. Your friends. And I love saying that to your friends. Your friends encourage you to keep going, bro. Don't quit, bro. You're gonna figure out the right trend line sooner or later. It's like, so. See that? She would never know. She would never know. That's more channels, more channels, more mentorships, more stickers. She would never know you do. You know that was a signal from the universe. That's the confirmation you've been waiting for. It's time. Force is speaking. I'm gonna do it now. Sure. That's so something like that happens, you know, for pre-qualified credit card, $20,000. But only a fool has that money. That's free money. It doesn't cost you anything to start that part. Pension food for 90% off. It's hot today. Better stock up. Never seen anybody. Most of them ever showed. They don't like to teach to the masses. They don't want the public to understand it. That's why the people are using these retail concepts. That's why they're not showing it. Because if they show it, they show the secrets how to use them properly. See, that's the justification why you never see anybody doing it, Johnny. That doesn't make sense. After they get to the car, you put more effort behind your decision. Because if you believe in yourself, you're going to max that fucking card out because you know damn well you're going to be thankful where you're going. Don't talk to your wife about what you're going to do. Don't do that. Fuck her. She don't get any credit when it works. Don't let her stay in your fucking way. That's how this works. You don't. I'm waiting for you, Johnny. I'm going to wait for you. Time that you have your account ready, then I'm going to start moving the market for you. Here's the really good opportunities. I'm waiting for you. Just get your account simple. Do it. Buy as many things as you can. Everybody's going to be ready. 3 to 4 months when you can get this fucking thing out, everybody's going to be ready. So, don't sell it. Don't push. We're all right. You see my fingerprints. Or the price of third yesterday. Less than Tuesday, less than 8. And you have the freedom to add script. Whatever you feel impulsive to say at that moment, do it. Because this story is your story, baby. It's your story. Nobody can say, I took you there, Johnny. All of accolades. Let me give you those candlesticks just like you want them, buddy. Next 5 minutes. Looking at something that measures prices data. It's your determine the sample set for it. You are so intelligent. You are absolutely intelligent. Think about this. The gravity of what you're able to do with these indicators. You can take the math, crush, and contort, and Then you twist all of the data in the last 10 periods. What is something? Last 10 periods. I don't know, but you're swear as hell to know it. It's a mystery. It's an enigma. How do you know the right period to use in your important something? These settings are proof that the universe is speaking to you, Johnny. You find some pressure. The number of periods that you look back and you do your indicator, figure that out. The random element of buying some pressure, you alone, single-handedly, figure it out. Find some pressure. Somehow the portion of randomness escapes the conversation when you apply your indicator. I reckon you never know. We're looking for a place to belong. They want to be a part of a community where everybody's doing it. It ain't working, but fuck it. We're all in together. We're all in this together. All of the situations we have, all you have to do is get to 2 points where your trend line makes a difference. How did you do that, Johnny? You figured it out. Look at this amazing family between the two of us. We are a team, a winning team. While your credit's good, you should apply for more credit cards. But you might want to stop at the win. You might do it. All because every time one goes to chemistry. It's a key state of remotely by the ebb and flow of every candlestick. It doesn't matter if you change time frames. I'm still going to keep price moving in a pattern that I'm going to lull you into. And you're going to believe what you think you should be doing is the only thing that makes sense. You're going to look at reasons why it shouldn't be done. You are only those things that support your outcome and your favorable decision. All of the companies with those charts, all of them, which are alters, where you sacrifice the measure of risk, which you're going to sacrifice that. There, take it, turn it up. How entertaining that every time strings of your feet, and your wallet, and your bank account, and glad you keep giving it to you. seek someone else. Seek someone that's going to promise you something. Someone's going to show you that everything you learn from all these other people. You're going to work with them. It's your consistent. First of all, yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not consistent. Nobody was just like you. Nobody is freaking out to get those attention codes that you You know who's going to have that day. You must get good back. We're going to be doing this the every year. I will never run out of this. If you're the exception. What is expected. Drawbacks. You don't want it. And you all seek herds, communities, health, place to belong, are wounds, public. But you have to find a place in solitude where you don't give credit to anybody else. Nobody told you to perpetrate, forced you to press the button. Even if you pay, that's a simple problem. I don't influence you. I prime you. And I use everything that I just illustrated here today in dialogue. But I allow you to use it as a tool. It's not meant to be an affliction. I tell you how the manipulation is going to take place. When the manipulation is going to take place. Where the opportunity, the entry, and the violence to marry. However, some of you say, the other thing, the rest of it, you work. You do. What are you doing? All the things that we do exposed are solutions. Do you feel it? See the effects of it. You can't see it. Let's go. Great. I have given you touch it. Push it. Sometimes showing you. All this and just talking about it from this thing right here. This is what I see happen all the time. I don't need to look at anything else. I've got too many things. I've bogged down for the rest of my life trying to learn everything that's teaching. This is all I need right now because I'm just trying to make money. I'm not trying to be a superstar trader. I'm not trying to be ICT 2.967342 version. I'm not trying to be better than ICT's best dude. I'm trying to make my ends meet. I'm trying to get my bills. Getting my ends meet. I may just need some clothes. I mean, that is bigger. That's what matters to you. You're looking for that cookie cutter, that little thing that gives you clarity and trust that it will not fall victim. It will not fall victim to marketing. It will not. It will align you with it. You don't beat marketers. Don't. You can't. The only thing you can do is submit yourself and your trading to what that market wants to feel back. How? In a manner of narratively speaking. How it would. You don't treat that. You don't think that. I don't care. How much money you say you make? There's gamblers that go out there to the casinos. They don't know the order of those cards. They don't. They have no idea what the next card's going to be. They have odds. Even a card counter knows that. But it gets them closer to an outcome, statistically probable or not probable. These tools are given have demonstrated them, explained them in detail before using them. I've done that to help you stay in this game long enough to remove your natural impulses. I don't share things. I don't share cars. I don't share homes, vacation spots, vacation homes, properties. You don't share things. And I understand when you say you think that these things are a distraction from your mundane everything, you think that these things are encouragements for you. They're inspirational to you. I know the truth. They're not inspiring you. They're not motivating you. Of course, to put that in the visual that does is they allow you to cut to want the things that you don't have right now. Before I was rich, before I moved out of the trade, before I was a businessman, I used to read car magazines. They're expensive magazines to read back then. Those ads, and regardless, I've never regret this. I bought a official. Yes. I'm just fucking motivated to be out here and run to a wall. I can't wait till next month's issue. The boots, the gaps that everybody. I love the visual community stuff. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I felt like that I was going to be Eddie Murphy. I was going to be successful in trading places. There's very, very funny about trading commodities. But that movie, I remember watching it before I was learning how to trade. And it was entertained by it because of the comedy aspect. But I look at it as this is trading. Fuck that. Because these two old guys, they look like they were miserable shit. They're miserable. What are they doing? Manipulating people. That's what they do. That's what they do. They're greedy. They're power hungry. They love people are pleasure. We're all cons. Look, that breaks your train of thought and puts you in a state of decision. Just like marketing does. Just like commentators do during fights and sporting events. You could care less ultimately what these dudes are saying. When they're there, piss you the fuck off. Or they make you feel so good and gung-ho that you're calling the fucking movie to put your best thing. Just like the referees in the NFL. They're there to fuck everything all up. And you can't blame the teams. They get to say the good guys. And you sit your ass down on the weekends, wasting your entire rest of the time, getting pissed off, stressed out, and gambling on the outcome of a scripted event. But you don't think it's scripted. Shut up, ICT. Stick with bullshit and trading. Don't talk about sports. Betting on sports? Well, there it is. You are absolutely dangerous. You are gambling. Just like anybody going to a casino, you're gambling. You don't know the outcome. You don't know when it's going to be set partially. That is luck. truth and trade. I'm always fucking working. I'm always working. I'm telling you where it's going. How can you fault me? But you have to find some kind of feeling, some kind of outward sense of responsibility. It's apart from you. He did it. He did it to me. ICT is called me. I was part of the cult. I used to drink this Kool-Aid, I got smart. Yeah, and I started trading new narratives. People. I'm trying to inspire you to be realistic and responsible. I showcase things that are right out of the rush of this. I tell you what I'm going to do. I show you the trades in between the trades that I just took. Hello? Refuse. What are they illustrating in themselves? They're trying to bring their weaknesses online. Because all of you are seeing it. And isn't it interesting? It's almost like, no, I don't know if there's a word that is escaping me right now. It goes far beyond willful ignorance. It goes way beyond it. It's almost like it's controlled opposition. Like it's increasing to a degree where they'll do anything to ignore the things that I'm laying down beforehand. This is what's going to happen. This is where it's going to go. And I spread it out there, like sprinkle it out to laughing. So that's my way of saying hi. I'll flash you. I'll say, this is your Jack Frost. Once he comes, okay, cool, man. Incredibly cool trader. That's the name I see. So I like to grab you by your lapels and shake your ass sometimes and say, hey, look, don't be a fucking stupid clown. Don't be an idiot. Stop listening to this extra bullshit. The extra bullshit is not what you're doing this for. Right now, we're going to be thankful that you can make your fucking mortgage payment, or your rent, or your car payment. And to say otherwise is a lie to yourself. It's not being responsible. Because while you're learning how to do this, your other half of you, and everybody has that darker half, is trying to undermine you. All of the pedigree that you have, there's fucking thousands of them. They're all failures. Just get every fucking thing that you guys are trying to do. And only a few have learned how to do. Check your legacy and your images. Sure. Everybody has. I know I don't have a great deal of pedigree. And I'm not suggesting at all that I'm a hybrid. Well, okay, I work through a lot of my companies. Demonstration sports. I want to say something. That's what I'm talking about. The two biggest speakers that's going to come out publicly is Kenny and Bob. Ask them if they give a shit. Who believes what they can do, what they make, what they can spend, how they earn, how they're going to make money next year? Ask them genuinely, sincerely. They're going to laugh at you. Fuck out of here. I ain't worried about that. I'm not worried about any of that. And that's what I meant. Back on Wednesday. Once you're going to do this, it doesn't matter. It says what? It doesn't matter. Doubts. It doesn't matter. Everybody doubts you right now. You ain't looking at it. You gotta wrestle through all that bullshit, and I can't fix it. Nobody fixes it but you. Jeff had that plan. Most 20-year-olds today, and I want to say this, 35 and under. I think that's loud. 35 and under, you all have this gross, disproportionate spirit of entitlement. It should into you fast, easy, without hardships. It should be straight to the point, flawless in delivery, and you should work first try. That's what they cultivate. That's what they've done. You can't even see it because generations before you, we recognize that this shit is going on. But because you're stupid and you're young, like I was, like everybody else is listening, we all were young before, impressionable. And technology made it seem like, well, this guy's an old boomer. I'm not a boomer. It's the best generation there ever was. So, every aspect of entertainment, music, books, we were building up this pillars in our community as people looking up to jobs. It's like every industry, not about trading, but it can be active. And I want you to think it just a minute for a second. Think. Really think about it. I think we are really best things in life. Trouble identifying spheres and tracks. Careless, looking oriented. I believe that was the best way to pretty much try to do us. I need to be I have a whole lot more lovers on me, a whole lot more haters because they need what they need. I don't need to spend millions of dollars on food. I got $1 million to spend. I don't need to do that. I talk in a language that's written down for the reference to road. No matter who you are, from whatever walk of life you come from, when you listen to me and I'm talking about how to fix yourself the best way you can internally. Can't do it with me giving you this, and I'm going to tell you a certain thing, and it fixes it for you. You have to identify all these things that's going on inside of you. So you will fall victim to the marketing. You're going to be in there thinking you're doing something, comeback story, montage music playing in the background. Convincing yourself all along what you're doing is going to be the best fucking thing that social media sees this week. I just got to get through it because I'm going to post it. And everybody's going to fall out. We're all going to shit bricks. That's what you think. That's exactly what you're starting every Monday's trading day. Okay, Sunday, you can't wait till the market opens up. But remember, no what's going to happen. It's done. It's settled, boys. I get on. So I fixed all the things that I was doing underneath spin. And I just fuzzy one, exciting, if it works in my favorite stuff, I had a whole lot more artillery that was beating me up and shooting myself down. That doesn't scratch the surface. That's in the color, doesn't scratch the surface. All the self-help books out there doesn't scratch the surface. ever be brought down what you're feeling with them. What did you do? What takes the wind out of yourself? Oh, shit. Don't let anybody talk to me. Don't even text me. Don't even turn a light on. I was sitting in the darkness with headphones on, no stance, and it's listening to nothing. What makes you feel like that? What is your balance? That's your secret weapon for you to discover where in life do you find balance. For some of you, you're going to be really, really sick to yourself when you realize that trading is one of the biggest things that causes you to balance. And it's your opportunity. What makes it sufferable? That you want it to work in your hands, you want to make money with it, but you're trying to force it because you need money now. You talk shit, you write checks that your ass can't cover. I'm going to prove this, I'm going to show this, I'm going to buy this in front of that person. I'm going to win him and go back. I had a deadline. I had to be approved. Approved after making more. Next round of the account. Next round was going back to the credit card. I was in a position that most people are charging. You're not it. You're in panic mode instead of stopping. Stop. Why is that so wrong? Why is it so wrong? Stay still for it. With my money outside here. The Carson. The 3 months on my money. Fucking. I'm spending your money away from charts. It's how you're going to spend it. How you spend your time away from charts. Exactly how you spend time. It's responsible. Are you always looking for the worst in the situation? Are you always looking for the high? Always looking for the adventures, all the upsides, never any. No one makes a good reason to have an insurance. That's what the next is. That's the insurance plan of your trading. How you manage risk. And you pay good money for it when you use it. Whatever you're risking on time. This is not walking down risk. This is where I'm putting my mind. Are you ensuring your rockstar trader that has realistic expectation that they're working down and a model that is proven effective in their own hands, not just for the last 3 days, not separately, not just another play? Or are you backing Johnny Come-Lately, the daredevil, who always shows up at the show, drunk, inebriated, and on painkillers every time he tries to do the same effect and close it? That's who you're insuring. 99% of you, that's who you are insuring with your risk management, because you're trading too big, too many contracts, too many lots and forex, too many markets. You trade too frequently. In the 70s, there's a guy called Evil Knievel. I love this guy. Man, this guy can jump anything. He's afraid of nothing. He needs to have his little toys. He pops it and spin his finger real fast. All of a sudden, it shoots off the run the ring. He goes ranks and shit and get off. They, they were my childhood supermen. And before I understood Spider-Man and all of these guys were real people. And you learned that evil was constantly fucking hated, literally being in their body. Hated. Some painkillers all the time, all the time. And the only thing that made me feel good was while he was doing that, to lead up to prove to the crowd that he's going to push the limits. He's going to push the fucking limits. No one's going to jump as high and as far as many cars or whatever he's trying to jump over. No one's going to do that. There might be people out there jumping with their cars and the rest. Like, what's this? This guy's a daredevil. But nobody was touching the shit that he was doing. Nobody was doing that shit. That thing. So for a moment, the times that his stunts worked out, he was amazing. But as a little boy, I didn't look at the times he didn't complete his jumps and record himself. Just for another special presentation to do something. Because I didn't want to look at my hero's weaknesses. It's like fans of Superman. You know he's got a weakness. It's Lois Lane first. And kryptonite. But they pretend it's like this. Well, Superman beat the shit out of this. They want a hero. They want a hero. And some of you are building that hero idea of yours. And I'm just trying to tell you, there's always kryptonite. Superman. All the crushing pressure of other people giving judgment. You're not as good as this guy. You don't say as good as that guy. You don't make as much as this. You can make this many trades in such a short time and build it to a record level. You take all that stuff, get shot right in the eyeball, and watch it bounce off and don't even blink. Not a problem at all. But let your wife tell you, wow, this stuff isn't working, is it? She just shoved kryptonite right up your ass. Please, crush you right there, you're done. Done. Dude. Some of you. He said, fuck you, go and tell me I'm not trading. I didn't hear you trading. I'm just celebrating. I'm thinking that excuse. I'm saying that you need to remove any invitation for your learning as a trader, you're actually trading, and even when you start making money consistently, it's none of their business. Well, that's how far you're going to take it. You're welcome to go with my file or something else. But what I'm saying is, for a trader to operate in a state of devoid of all emotion, don't invite anybody else in. I don't care about your trades. I can't spend your money. You want me to be honest with you? When you show me your trades, I'm not going to go, oh yeah! Woo! It's fucking villa time, boys. I've been there. I know what it's like. It's for you. It's for you to log that. If the results not There's something broken. Deal with it. To be honest with you, I'm not sure outside of God, I don't know how that is. And that's why some people take substances and they use them. You're going to take making money and risking money and use that to fill that because you won't get that sensation of people to be and never got satisfaction. And anything outside of taking high risk stunts, the adrenaline rush of all that stuff, it dulled all this body pain. I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. When I'm out there driving, I'm out there now driving very docile. I don't drive reckless. I don't drive speeding around. I'm just driving the whole week. Okay? Sometimes a motherfucker rolls up on me and does some dumb shit, runs his mouth or thinks I did something, or I'm not going fast enough going in the right hand lane. Rolls up on me and gives me a finger. Immediately, I got back problems. In 10 seconds, fucking flat. My back ain't fucking hurting. I'm fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can rip this guy's fucking out. I'm not feeling anything. Yeah, I get it. I understand you need one thing. I understand that. But I also know, I'm smart enough to know that shit burns off. And then I had excruciating pain that keeps me immobile for several days. So, yeah, adrenaline rush works to some degree, but after that, right. It's the same thing that's happening in trading. Oh man, look at this. This market's getting ready to move. ICT was talking about this. Oh shit, I'm in there. I give you 15 contracts like the time. 15? All right, baby. 15 fucking contracts. We're in it. Stop. And you just pop up. Going, okay, it's going to work out. And you're using that adrenaline to dull the pain that's really in the presence of you doing that trade. It's happening right now. If you weren't so goofed up on adrenaline, you would feel that this is actually the same. If I take a loss of this degree of leverage, this is going to hurt a lot. And a lot of you don't even realize that you do those things and you fall victim to the market. A lot of you have discovered that first part of the run, don't really chase that. You get a institutional 100 drill at minimum. And I say preferably. Immediate rebounds, institutional entry drill, fair value cap, order block, or self-liquidity of running something. Those things are always potentials. As soon as the price starts running, if I didn't already get in, I'm not thinking, oh shit! Tom, where are you at? Bring me a dog and kick this motherfucker. I said, not what I'm doing. I'm not losing money. I'm not putting this through my other way. Think of myself like that. On the first year. So now I have to take the next best thing. There's no reserves to see. You only try to get the IPC. If someone buys the seat for you and the price goes higher or lower from there, you miss it. Very, very, very good. Is there one of the living to the best entry? That's why it's the best entry. Not the best entry, it's full. So I've given you tools. Not all of my tools, but I've given you a great deal of tools that afford you no reason for you to go ape shit about missing the initial entry of best case entry. There's lots of ways to get into a move and it still be a discount when it's a bullish scenario or a premium when it's expenditure. I've given you tools to never to chase price or fall victim to fears. I've taught you the boring tenets of sound fundamentals. Risk is small, finding consistency over great deal number of trades with lower time frames because trading lower time frames frequently and profitably with a very small risk. If you can do 10 for 10 in NASDAQ on a 15-second chart, and you can do, say, 100 executions over a month, you're above 60% in terms of being profitable, that's a huge accomplishment. Because if you listen to everybody else, every time they can carry out there that has a name or a title that belongs to some kind of bullshit, golden this or nothing else, marketing or that. Lower time frame that you may charge are noise still. Okay, well what happens? What's it mean for you What the fuck does it mean for you, Wingman? Okay, when you are actually going out there, more times than not, profiting, scalping, getting in at a very low or very near a high, and riding it 10 hands and next to no drawdown. Boom, 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 just fires off, fires off, fires off. It's like fucking candy link for you. What do you think about the people that say that intraday charts are voice? If you're able to do that, do these fucking people's opinion matter anymore? No. It doesn't matter if we're part of a fucking firm that's cheating their system too. Spoofing shit. So you have to discern how you're going to act. Are you going to be a hero worshiper? Or are you going to be a lover of him? Whoever's the bad guy right now, shit, I love them. I love them. You're going to be persecuted like that because nobody's winning. So the point is this. I know, I said it wasn't a it's not a brand, it's statements of fact. I just want you to think about how you bring all your problems and you fall victim to market making because you bring these problems in. You're trying to be a hero without any skill set or mutant powers. That's risk management and a model that works. That's what makes you a superhero. Your superpowers is your adherence to your model and sound risk management. Spider-Man ain't so fucking Spider-Man if he doesn't have the ability to clean the walls and shoot webs. If he's wearing a costume, you think he's Spider-Man, and that's what you're seeing in the charts. You know, shit, I'm Peter Parker, stepping in my system, here, the follow my system of training, across here, support systems, this level here, and I'm just trying to swoop on down. But if you think that's fucking power, you're just fucking going into the got to fall off a building to get wrecked. That's the reality of it. But you're going to allow yourself to say you're a wrestler, baby. You don't feel like you are experiencing everything. So you have to know who you are. And you make who you are as a trader before you start trading real money. In fact, with Peter Parker, you got different player, and the next fucking day he's climbing fucking walls. But see, with you, you're not following the sound risk and money model. So you're climbing the fucking walls because you're losing your mind. You don't have the ability to clean and get any fights. You're just climbing walls in frustration. If you're doing a lot of Peter Parker shit, but not getting any of that Spider-Man is. I don't know, but it sounded fucking cool, man. Because I swear, it's not as just really damn. I didn't think I don't know where it comes from. I genuinely don't know. So, I guess what I'm getting at here in the course of this part of this development on here. When's the 9:30 candlestick first per day that ICT people think you take inventory. You think about what you're witnessing, how it works in my hands and in my students' hands. You're not a basic fucking hero designing an anti-hero. I'm not someone to look up to and don't do that. Because I find what I do as the ICT character sometimes false. But I do it because it gets a train wreck crowd watching and talking. And that's how I mastered the art of advertising without paying for it. I use this book because I understand how mind control works. Oh, see, he's pretty controlling. Okay, whatever. That's how you see it. That's your perception of it. Your perception, whether it's in agreement with that, you or someone else or opposed to it, doesn't matter. I want your opinion to be emotionally anchored because then you're going to talk about what it is I'm teaching, and it's going to find its way to people that are looking for that very thing. And it always finds its right mark. Always. I never miss. Every student that's going to be a student of mine always finds me. Always. And I didn't show up with a I didn't show up and say, hey, look at this. I was noticing you're over here in this other person's community. Let me draw you over and let you to my website, to my I don't need to do that. But they all come to my family, my community, to harvest, to try to keep your attention to go look at what they're doing. If just what they were doing was so good, it wouldn't be from nothing in money. This is wrong here. You walked into the wrong fucking neighborhood here. You took the wrong fucking turn. Because here, nobody buys mentorships. Nobody buys signals. Nobody makes bullshit on Instagram, TikTok bullshit. People that are here, they have an attention span beyond the man. They want to learn. They want to understand how they can better at this. What procedures, what protocols, what type of identification markers can I place on myself with personality disorders, character flaws, impulsiveness, impatience, gambling tendencies? That's what a real educator in trading is going to talk about. And they're not fun. I wish I didn't have to talk about these things, but I had to think through this shit too. And every profitable trader does this, whether they want to fucking admit it or not, they do it. They go through and they clean house. So, now to get to the part you want to know the 9:30 candlesticks at Eastern time zone knows range. When is that allowed to be the first of the pyramid? Now, if you listen, I'll talk about this. Said that my son, they would know experience when he used it, but when he didn't, if you look at your 1 minute chart, you're going to see how we opened up above relative equal highs. Sure. So, right now, to open my section, like right there, because we open above relative equal highs, down your trading hours. See, you don't recognize that there because you're looking at electronic trading hours where price is going all around them, up and down, up and down. But you have to allow price to book in regular trading hours after 9:30. So if you can see how we're approaching the opening bell at 9:31. After several highs were swept, once electronic trading was there, you can see even those highs that were formed electronic trading hours. Some of you are like, okay, I can see. That's faster. But it's not interactive. If you go about relative equal highs, sell off. And it creates that as a potential fair value. They're not going to treat it as such. But you have to refer to their trading hours. It doesn't matter if you trade up and down above the relative equal highs, they're trading hours. During electronic trading hours, during pre-session, 7%, 30. But it's further likely when you see electronic trading hours taking out the short-term highs. And I went into gotcha. And I get that. You respond to what's going. Jack Roth, baby. So if we open above relative equal highs at 9:30 and we create a big candle, then if it looks like it at 9:31's opening and it's settlement, then you know that that's going to be the first fair value. So what we target is managing the relative equal highs formation. Also have already experienced a move above it in the electronic trading hours.
And then experience will guide you